got Ryan Browne, Charles Correa, CJ Nutley, and Antonio Harris. Raise your hand if you want the first question. Not everybody at once. Tom, go ahead.
Just Charles, just kind of talk about the defensive effort today. Just what were some of the things Illinois is doing that was giving you guys a lot of trouble, especially in the past game?
I mean, at the end of the day, it comes down to effort. You know, we harped on all week about playing hard, running to every football, and playing assignments on defense, and we didn't execute that tonight. Doesn't matter where we are on the field, everyone has an assignment to do, and we didn't do that, and it showed.
CJ, Coach Odom was just in here talking about, he at times didn't look like this is a very well-coached team, disappointed in the discipline, things like that. Like, are you surprised at how bad this was defensively coming out of the off week, especially where you guys had extra time to prepare for this?
Yes, sir, definitely. Just because we had a bye week, like you said, and we just had just extra practices on Illinois, and we just didn't go out there and execute like we were supposed to. So that's just completely on us. We just got to look in the mirror and just take it on the chin and move on, and that can never happen again. So.
Antonio, there was a lot of talk about the team's struggles running the ball through 4 games. What changed today where this team had a lot of success on the ground?
I think it was a little stuff. Like they said, we had a good week of practice on our bye week, and then 2 good weeks set together. So I feel like that helped with our run game. Obviously, we had times we were moving the ball well and times where we weren't. So I feel like just those self-inflicted wounds, if we can diminish those and stop doing that, means so much that we can be better in the long run.
Ryan, what were some of the positives for the offense today?
Well, obviously, we moved the ball really well. We ran the ball well, thought we threw the ball fairly well. Obviously as an offense, we want to score points. And I think we left a lot of points out there, regardless of how well we, maybe did move the ball. I'd say that we moved the ball well, but there's a lot of places that we need to improve.
What was the coach's message to you guys in the post-game locker room?
Well, the way that I'll put it is that, we got to be better from top to bottom, and that's gonna, for me, I see myself as a leader on this football team, and I need to step up and do more for this team.
Charles, the explosives that Illinois was able to get in the passing game today kind of take us inside from just a defensive player's standpoint. What does that do to a defense when it's not necessarily that they're driving, that they're coming in those big chunks? What does that do emotionally, or just as far as the momentum a defense can build?
We move as a unit. If a big explosive play happens, it's on us, all 11, to step up and try and get a stop. Flush what just happened and get back to the ball and try and get a stop. Like I said, it doesn't matter whose fault it was at the end of the day, because that's what we're going to fix going into this week. But like I said, going into that next play, it's flush it and keep playing.
Ryan, obviously, we talked about the running game being better today, but you keep getting in these situations where you get behind 2 scores and then you have to claw back, and then ultimately with the time shrinking, it becomes having to pass. How important is it maybe to try to build a bigger lead early and, kind of flip the script and put the defense in maybe more advantageous situations, and also for the offense to, play a little bit looser and not be so one-dimensional having to try to come back?
All right, well, I just think we had a lot of missed opportunities. I put some throws that weren't, where they needed to be on the end of drives. I think I need to be better, and that'll help our offense a lot. But other than that, I thought we ran the ball better today. We need to keep working on that. But I think we just need to, stay on schedule and convert better on 3rd down. I don't think we were very good on 3rd down today. And that obviously doesn't help the defense.
Antonio, where's the team go from here? 3 losses in a row, and you go on the road now for a couple ball games. Just sort of give us an assessment where you think that the team goes from here.
I feel like all of us, even individually, need to just look in the mirror and ask ourselves, how can we be better? obviously, a big week next week, big game. So I feel like going into next week, just having that mindset of playing harder, doing more, whether that be watching tape, feeling your body, going to class, all the little things. So I feel like just doing that, and if each person can do that, I feel like we'll be better off. So.
CJ, you've got a defensive-minded head coach at the top of this program. Does that feed into any confidence that you have right now about getting things fixed on defense and getting things turned around, or doing the things more consistently that you want to do?
Yes, sir, definitely. Because the offense did their job; they were supposed to score. And defensively, we just having him as a defensive-minded coach, like it definitely helps us. But we also have to go out there and execute and do our job and understand like it's you have to play a certain level to be a part of this defense, and what we just did just wasn't that. So we have to raise our standards and look ourselves back in the mirror and just understand that we can go compete and actually win and dominate and not play slow, not have mental errors or anything like that. It's little stuff that he harps on, that little things that he sees, but it definitely helps us because he just points out a lot of things that we need to tighten up on. So,
Ryan, Coach Odom said this was kind of a case with the penalties and the fumbles and the jumping off sides on a fourth down from the defense. Purdue kicking Purdue's tail is what he said. Do you kind of feel like this is maybe a situation where the team has 3 or 4 correctable mistakes from flipping this thing around and getting some wins?
Absolutely. Turnovers hurt you, penalties hurt you. Like I said, I thought the third downs were big. I thought we had a couple third downs that we didn't convert on that we should have. So I mean, we are very close, but I'm not going to sit up here and say we're close and feel good about it. Like, we got to be able to make those plays and go win.
Any more questions for these guys? All right, thanks guys. Thanks everybody.
appreciate it.
Thanks,
Thank you.
guys.